Tim.
I'm Josh.
And welcome back to Breaking Big Podcast, recorded in just like an old mill in Wakefield, where today outside there are about 40 kids dressed in tracksuits doing a TikTok video of some kind, like a TikTok dancey thing. But I think it must be high budget because I've seen a drone flying around. Unless Tom's just peeping on them, which would be a bit weird, but not out of character.
Oh, yeah. Good observation. I didn't even see that, you know.
Yeah, man. They were just doing like some weird... I thought they were doing Tai Chi or something. Like, I thought it was like a sort of initiative to do like outside winter Tai Chi.
Yeah, right.
But I think they were just limbering up for the big performance. I don't. We can see it. Don't know what kind of troupe they are.
It looks like they're filming High School Musical 4 or something like that.
Yeah,
in Wakefield.
Yeah.
High School Musical in Wakefield.
Wakey Wines is at the back of it. Abdul, come closer. Anyway.
Well, how you doing, mate?
Champion. It's a nice day for winter to be setting in, isn't it? This is it.
It's one more week of British summertime, mate, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, 2 more weeks.
That's long gone.
I mean, officially speaking.
You don't have to turn the aircon off, mate. Fuck me. Cut this, George.
2 more weeks of BST, isn't it?
Is that what it is it?
Yeah, we're back to GMT soon.
So we get earlier mornings. It's like 8 o'clock before it got light this morning.
You get an extra hour in bed, don't you? Whenever that happens. Spring forward, fall back, autumn back. But it's easy to remember, isn't it? Fall back, yeah. I think that's the way it goes anyway. I don't fucking know. Everything happens itself, doesn't it, now?
YouTube.
Should we talk about something? And not the weather changing.
Everyone's tuned out. They're like, this is the worst podcast on the
It's the
internet.
most British thing ever.
We never claimed it to be a good podcast. It just happens that people turn
That's
up.
a good one, man. Should we talk about something?
All right, first comment from user Scott Pierce. Josh and Adam are friends. I never got that vibe.
Yeah. Believe it or not.
We are an odd couple, aren't we? We are.
You've said it.
Opposites attract for some reason. It works.
Owen Ozzy says, so Adam sits in the car while you go inside and sort everything out. I hope you make sure to bring him a juice box if he's being good.
Sit there in my child seat, kicking my legs like this. Yeah, we described why there is a necessity for that, didn't we?
It works.
When I capture like the sort of organic reactions of people when I arrive, you don't really want to ask them to do it again. Not Mr. Beast.
And we just need to maintain Adam's blood pressure as well, so we just let him sit inside for as long as possible.
I saw a clip of Mr. Beast like filming a video the other day, and he's like, someone's like, oh, do you guys want some water? Do you want some water? And he's like, no, they'll have some water once we're done, like filming.
That's what Mr.
He's
Beast
like,
says.
Yeah, and he's like, I didn't ask you, I asked them. Like, yeah, the people he's filming with, he's like not letting them have water until they've done the filming.
That's like us, mate. We're on set. We watch him eat and drink himself into oblivion, and then we can finally have a little bottle of water.
Fucking joking, kid. We'll stop for a 3-course meal for you before we get started.
To be fair,
Tom's going to be feeling a bit lightheaded. We better feed him.
Feeding you caviar last time.
the Bluets,
right? Yeah,
the Bluets need. They're like it's like having kids. Like Josh is one of them where we'll drive for 4 hours to a job, and then you're there to do the job, and he'll go, "Are we having lunch?" And it's like, hold on, mate.
Yeah.
This is when it actually starts the work.
We had to stop just off the motorway to let him get out and have a piss the other day, and then he shit himself. Well, he didn't literally shit himself. He was too scared to have a piss in public. Like when you Josh. When you gotta go, man. Don't worry about it.
He was sweating it back. He's like, I don't think I can make it to the motorway. So we were on the highest point on M62. We had to come off at the top there, and it was blowing a right hoolie. He had to go for a piss outside, but he didn't know. It's like, oh, where should I go? And we were like, just piss next to the car. It's fine. And he's like, nah. The wind blew back in his face. He got covered in piss. I think Adam got a splash.
I got a bit of a splash. Yeah.
Oh God!
I was wearing shorts or something.
Just another day.
Wipe my legs down.
On tour.
OG Gene Longsdon says, Breaking Beard is edited. So what we are seeing is the best bits.
It's not really edited. It's just we clip things out which might be a little too
Unsafe for work.
Yeah, not quite. Yeah, I think even we go too far sometimes, but it's quite rare, I guess, these days. We're a little bit more attuned to what we should be saying and what we shouldn't.
Jane Smith says, this went quick. Yeah, I can't actually think of the topics that were discussed in this podcast. Lol.
Yeah, it's the same for us every week, Jane.
It's a blur.
I don't really know what we talk about. How many episodes are there now?
I don't know.
How much
Ask
of
us
my
producer.
life has been wasted talking?
There's got to be 200 at least. Now.
You're going to account, mate, 'cause if we're rolling on...
We've been out of it.
We've got to roll in on... We'll find out what 200 episodes is.
I'll have to have a look back. We might have missed the 200 mark.
We've done it three years or so now, isn't it?
Oh, God.
We'll have to do something with the 250 marks.
And shockingly, we can't make more than £600 a month on AdSense.
That's too much. If you ask me, it's egregious that this earns that much money.
£600 a month on ad revenue and £1,200 a month on rent. So we've been for 3 years at least 50% in the negative. Do the maths.
Colonel Watts says, the guy off screen seems to be a bit of a wet blanket, to be honest. Of course, he has an issue with the AI nonsense clips of Stephen Hawking putting The Undertaker through a table on Instagram.
Did you have an issue? I thought I had an issue with that.
Not really an issue, just more like when they're using dead celebrities, like talking and stuff, and it looks so real and like, just find it a bit weird. And
I agree with you. I think I was fairly negative about it, but I think it's like one of those things that, like, you sort of show it to kids, and like, you show your kids like an iPad in a restaurant just to keep them busy. I can imagine sort of like 40, 50-year-old fellas looking at that like Stephen Hawking on a half pipe.
Yeah.
Like it's not really you have an issue with it. It's just you think, what's the point in it?
It's like the lowest form of content.
Yeah.
Really.
There's so much like shocking AI content as well. Like it'll be like a CCTV picture of a dog asleep on a porch and a tiger will come and attack it.
Yeah, I saw that.
And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, put your phone away, man. Get yourself. It's like Denzel Washington when he was interviewed. And he's talking about being addicted to social media. He goes, "Turn it off." I don't know what that was. That's what he tried to do. Denzel.
Do you remember that like thing that I showed you where it was like an animated cartoon type thing of this guy watching the Hawk Tour podcast?
Yeah.
And he like melts into his fucking couch.
Is she still about, the Hawk Tour girl?
Was she in a movie? I think she was in a movie, man.
What about
a shit movie? But I think she was in one.
Someone had said that movie there was a woman who like played that role, and they like recast her after. So she'd filmed all the parts. She was waiting for the movie to come out, and then when she watched the movie, they replaced her with the Hawk Tour girl.
It's got to be a low point in someone's career, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Is the
you replace me with the Hawk Tour girl on this
with AI?
Is the Ibiza final boss still relevant?
No.
Was he ever? He wasn't ever relevant. That's the point, isn't it?
There were a flash in the pan where he was famous. He was going on tours, wasn't he, to do?
I don't fucking know, man.
Appearances.
He made his money.
Do you think he made any money? I don't think he made a lot of money. I reckon an agency will have just scooped him up and said, "There's your tour dates."
There was something put out there that he'd made like 300 or 400 grand or something like that.
Oh, really?
From some like deal.
Oh, really, O'Reilly? Yeah, I don't give a shit. Is there anything else?
Last comment from Big Fan 8830. If you could harness and monetize the energy generated by Adam's near constant motion while sitting, the podcast would be profitable.
I see a lot of comments like that from when I sort of get in amongst them and have a look. People say, people like, stop moving, as if it's like a live podcast. I've always been a fidgeter. I think there's something wrong with me. I've got St. Vitus dance or something. I'm never going to stop. So I mean, if it bothers you that much, maybe just don't watch. You don't be missing much. But I just fidget a lot. I've always been a twitcher. I don't know.
If you're on Spotify, just press the button where it says switch to audio, and then you go.
Yeah, or just like
I've completely off. Yeah, I'll switch off. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I fidget. I'm just a neurotic type of guy, I think.
What's going on in the world of beard meets food? Anyway, you came in saying I was in a really good mood this morning until I wasn't.
You know what, Josh? I was in a fantastic mood. It might be a surprise to you. I slept like a freshly chloroformed baby last night. I slept for a good like 9 hours or something. I felt top of the morning. I had a nice, not this
top of the morning,
but I had a nice, tasty coffee this morning from Cafe Nero.
Yeah.
Not sponsored by them or anything. I just like their coffee.
Yeah, I don't think they sponsor this, would you?
I was on the way. Here, and I noticed that. I had I get tagged in stuff on Facebook quite a lot, and part of my sort of morning routine is that, like, I'll do a little bit of admin, and part of that involves not looking at messages, and as many as I can anyway, and tags here and there. And I saw that I'd been tagged in this post by that place, Cattleman's, whatever the fuck it's called.
Cattleman's Ranch, is it?
No,
is that the one that's got like loads of food challenges where they put pull-up banners behind you?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Even people tag me in that to be like, tell Adam, it's like, well, if they do like mass-produced food challenges, it's not really going to be appealing, is it?
Yeah, no, one of which is like a chocolate cake from a cash and carry that you have to eat in like 4 minutes. It's not even their food. Anyway, so I had noticed that, and they tagged me like it was fine, and there'd been a couple of like goady, like, oh yeah, he won't do it or whatever. And somebody said, oh, you should get Beard Meats Food down to do one. And somebody had replied saying, he wanted to come. We said he could come, but he wanted to charge us money, and we don't need to pay him. Which is entirely false. A, I've never wanted to come. B, I don't charge restaurants anything. And so then people, I think, sort of respond like, oh, God, I can't believe you would do such a thing. Which sort of like, you know me, I don't really give a shit what people say. You can say, oh, he's scared, he won't be able to do it, or whatever, I don't give a fuck. But if you're saying something which is willfully misleading, especially when it comes down to me charging places, which I never do, ever. We've talked about it on the podcast before. I find that really distasteful if you're simply embittered that I've not come to your restaurant. I'm not a public service. If I've not been there, I'll try to get to restaurants if I think it makes for a good video. I've specifically avoided that place, and that's my entitlement to do so. So I just thought, what an awful thing to do, It's no surprise to me that people would do that in this day and age, but it's really quite disappointing because on the internet people believe what they read, So people are going to look at that and say, "Oh fuck, man, he charges places." I never charge a restaurant, and if you think I do, I would encourage you to contact any of the restaurants I've ever filmed at, and they will tell you. I'm sure if they respond to you, they'll be very honest with you about my the way I economically deal with filming at restaurants, and I certainly don't charge for it. So yeah, that sort of pissed me off a little bit. They've deleted the comment now, though, which probably speaks to their guilt.
Oh, they've deleted the comment.
Because I responded. I would never normally respond,
Yeah.
so I responded quite, I think for me, quite diplomatically, just saying basically that. I said, it's really quite disappointing that you would make something up, simply because I've not visited your restaurant. You've had plenty of people film there. You don't need me to film there. And I'm quite entitled not to want to film there. And I sort of had a gut feeling about the place, and it's proven right, so that's why I didn't film there.
Absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, it sort of pissed me off. But you know what? It's not the first time something like that's happened. It won't be the last, so...
Trying to drag your name through dirt, saying you're charging for...
Of all the things you could say about me as well, that's sort of the only thing that would piss me off, really.
Yeah.
Because you could say that, like, oh, he sucks, he won't be able to do it. Fine. But if you're making something up about me, which is so diametrically opposed to the way that I run the channel, that sort of pisses me off, because I think, like, why would you do it? You're okay if you're mad that, like, I've not shown up or whatever, but... to do that at public as well, where people can see and you have like a following, so people are going to sort of believe you. I just think it's like ethically very, very, it's just sort of flaky to me. But it's no surprise to me in this day and age.
Like I say, if they bailed on the comment, then it speaks volumes as to their position on the matter. If we clip this out, George, then the world will know, because nobody's going to watch this podcast to find out. But it's brutal that they try to do that. Do you think they were just trying to goad you on, or do you think they were just actually trying to make you like a prick online?
I don't know. I suppose on one level it could be a misunderstanding. There are loads of people, accounts pretending to be me. Could have emailed the wrong account. But I don't know why they would message back saying like, "Oh, I charge." Or maybe they've just confused me with somebody else. I know there are lots of food review channels out there, for example, that do charge. But I think more likely it's just the fact that they're upset that I've not visited, maybe. I don't know. Because I don't know why. I feel like if somebody's tagged me and said, you should get this guy down, I've never before seen them say anything really negative. I've seen a couple of like, oh yeah, he won't come down and do it, they're too big or whatever. So I honestly, I don't know what the motivation is, unless it's maybe just because maybe they've got a few people who got access to the Facebook account sort of thing, 'cause it was on Facebook, and maybe somebody's not the owner, maybe somebody's said something they shouldn't have said, I don't know, but they deleted it thereafter, so I really don't know.
I mean, like, you're not even a food review channel. Technically, you could charge. You wouldn't. Ethically, you wouldn't do it, and you pay for the food consumed as a small business, but like, of all the channels that could do it, a food challenge channel could do it, because you're not reviewing the food, you're doing a challenge, whereas food review channels should not be paying, so it should not be being paid to review, because then it's not a review, is it? It's like an endorsement. It's a sponsorship. And
actually, a lot of those that you see, they don't have the
little toggle.
Yeah, you should notice that if you watch a YouTube video and anyone's been paid for anything, whether it's
even brand placement.
Yeah, brand placement is specific. But if you've been paid to go to a restaurant, there should be a disclaimer in the bottom left-hand corner. I think it is
top left.
Is it top left now? Yeah. And it'll say this video contains a paid placement or paid endorsement, something like that. None of mine have that, apart from some of the very, very early ones back in the day when I'd done I did some like talking head piece for like a cap company or something like that.
Yeah.
Back in the day, before I just didn't ever want to do that, but I certainly don't do it now. But if I did, there'd be
that's the telltale sign. Like on the golf video, it says it paid promotion or paid whatever. I think that's how they describe it. But essentially, like, even if that was an ad, like that was like a placement. I was given a product, so like I wasn't paid or anything like that. But because we were given a product,
you still got to do it.
Ethically got to announce that, right, that's been gifted. Yeah, that's an odd one. That.
A lot of people, even the food review channels don't do it. And a lot of them say that they're not paid when people know they are, and a lot of them say that they. I think that the thing is, it's a bit of a grey area, isn't it? Because I think if you're creating a piece of content for that's, I mean, like you would charge a restaurant to come and film for them.
Yeah, like we
right?
make marketing material.
Yeah, and part of the benefit to that, so if you have a YouTube channel, is that you're going to get seen by a lot of people. Yeah. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that, provided you are very, very transparent about it. Yeah. It's just that I don't want to do it because, again, then you can't really be objective about it. I'm never really negative about a restaurant, but you want to be able to, like, say, give you a real opinion and not be paid to say something is good. And so for me, it's just like I don't want clients. To me, it's just...
You literally took the words out of my mouth. Like, when you get paid to do something, the client dictates the narrative. So, like, if we would have been paid for that golf video, the brand would have dictated the story, which is like, that takes it so far away from what it should be. And it's the same on your channel. If a brand dictated your narrative, the video's not going to be the same. Yeah. Unless you had a fucking exceptional brand partner that were willing to pay you to do something and then just go, you do whatever you want. But that's very...
They don't exist these days.
I don't think that exists.
I've had it with restaurants before as well. A lot of the time they'd be like, can you mention this and that? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I appreciate and everything, but I like the fact that you get some sort of like... you might get some uplift if people watch the video, but I'm not going to sit here and say that's my primary motivation. It's nice, but my primary motivation is to make an entertaining piece of content. If anything that restaurant wants compromises that, the answer is no. And you know this, you've filmed with me, so...
You just reminded me, so a couple of nights ago, speaking of food reviews, a couple of nights ago we were sat in bed watching telly, like 8 o'clock, my phone starts ringing and it says like FaceTime from an unknown number. That's fucking... Obviously I didn't answer it, so I'm like, what's this like +447 number? I'm like... And I looked and I'm like, I don't know this number, so I thought, I'll just copy and paste that number into WhatsApp and see... I put it in and it's like, unknown. But it says... you were in a WhatsApp group together. So I clicked on it and it said Christmas #1 with like a little Christmas tree and a bell. So I clicked on it and it's like me, Tory Mike, and then Danny from Rate My Takeaway and an unknown number.
All right.
So I'm like, it's Josh, the editor from Rate My Takeaway. Why the fuck's he ringing me at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night? So
FaceTiming you no less as well.
FaceTiming me. So like, but then I go on to the... so I thought, fuck it, like, I'll... see what I wanted, so I clicked on message, and there's no previous messages, so it's a fresh message, like from scratch. And I put, "You're not wanting another free video, are you?" Question mark.
Brilliant.
So this number replied, and they were like, "Ha, no, it was a mistake. I didn't mean to ring you. Hope you're doing all right." So I'm like, "Yeah, no worries, mate. I'm sound. Hope the dust has settled, and you sort of moving on." So anyway, we're getting to this back and forth. Just messages, and it starts to like transpire a little bit more about this person's sort of talking about. I know what Danny said to you about me, blah blah blah. But Danny's not entirely innocent. So I'm like, and this guy was saying,
I don't care.
Yeah, basically, he was like, he said something like, "I've been getting death threats and all sorts." And I said, "Listen, mate," I said, "Whatever's happened," I said, "there's two sides to every story and the truth." I said transparently on the podcast that definitely there's the criminals on both sides here, as far as like no one's squeaky clean it all, but no one should be getting death threats. I hope the dust settles. I hope you can move on. It's a shame you couldn't figure it all out between yourselves because you've let a good channel die there. I said, honestly, I don't think he said much bad things about you. He said more bad things about the cameraman, a guy called Tom. So no sweat, fucking enjoy your life. And then he replied, "This is Tom."
Plot twist.
So I'm like, well, I stand by my word. That is what, like, he definitely had bad words to say about you. But I said, I stand by what I said. No one should, when you just like, your heart sinks, I'm like, fuck. I said, no hard feelings from our side. I hope you can all move on and figure it out. You definitely shouldn't be getting death threats. Just sort of enjoy your life,
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy what the lengths people go to. Remember, for the first time I got a death threat. Text me, "I've made it, Mom. I've made it."
Yeah, this is Tom. Oh, like, oh no.
To be fair, Danny said in his videos, like, he's
Oh yeah, it's all been publicly.
he's like.
But I thought I was
blame
speaking
some of it
to.
as well, but-
I'm there messaging like, I'm speaking to Josh, not the other guy. So
Yeah, do your due diligence next time.
I did all I could do. I had no idea. I was just sort of shooting in the dark there. But yeah,
Updates.
funny little anecdote there for you.
You've had a couple of parenting fails this week, haven't you, Josh?
Oh mate, I mean, we should have known it. We were going to come back. Was the parent? You can play the jingle actually. You just need to change the name on it.
Tilly's bumping her head, falling down the stairs. It's time we hear the tales of Josh's fathering fails.
Yeah, we need to add Emily into that.
Yeah, that's so accurate. That so I swear to God. So for at least 6 weeks, Emily has had a lump on her head, on the top left hand side of her forehead, because every time she falls, she lands squarely.
Hello, Childline.
She lands squarely on that point, and the childman is like, what's going on here? Like, and I'm like, honestly, she just whenever she falls, she lands there. So it all cleared up, no bruises. Sunday we were out in garden. They're in the little Wendy house. Danielle shut the door on the Wendy house so they could play inside it and said, "Don't open it. I'll open it so that Emily can step out." 'Cause she's only 1 year old and she's wearing wellies. She's like still trying to figure it all out. Tilly leans on the door, it opens up, and Emily just went fucking flat straight on her face. And I'm like, oh no.
On grass or concrete?
Concrete. Like,
I was going to say that would be an inaccurate sound for grass, wouldn't it?
it was more of a thud, you know. And then you see her crying. I'm like, fuck. And I looked at her and she landed exactly on this lump. I'm like, fuck.
That's probably a positive thing because it means like trauma in the same place. You're not getting new trauma.
Yeah, but
at
I'm feeling like
different
I'm pretty sure it's going to like calcify underneath, mate. She's going to basically have a horn. She's going to look like a little unicorn.
Oh, yeah, they do wonders with plastic surgery these days.
So that happened. So she's had this continual like lump on her head of just bruises that's now just changing colours as it's like starting to heal and it comes back again. And then later that day, she's getting tired and we're in the bedroom and on the footboard of the bed, she stood up and she went, like Danielle's like, give us a hug, and she went to give her a hug, fell and landed her eye straight on the corner of the like footboard and cut her eye open. And it's that like, so just underneath her eyeball. So I'm like, what? So this is on Sunday. So 2 things happened on Sunday. Obviously starts crying. She give her some milk. She was fine. But then I had to take her to childminders on Monday. And I'm like, listen, right. She's got a bruise on her head and she's got a black eye. She looks like she's just done rounds with fucking Mike Tyson.
Which kid started doing the rolling on the mat? Obviously Emily, innit?
Well, which do you mean?
Well, like Tilly's just started
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. It looks like Emily's fucking started.
Looks like
jiu-jitsu.
Emily's the one that's been jiu-jitsu'd on.
Yeah, in case anyone's wondering, 0207 616 9999 is the number for Childline.
So that's that. And then Tilly, so you like this, Adam. I need your advice, actually. I know you're not.
Come on.
I know you're not a parent.
Come on.
So 2 weeks ago at school, school rang. And luckily they rang Danielle, not me. And they said, there's been an incident at school. Tilly's all right. But she's had an altercation with another child.
Oh, you told me this already when she'd been bitten.
She'd been bitten. So she was playing with something and a child bit her. And then obviously the teachers intervened and I guess this other child got in trouble. Same thing happens yesterday. So we get a phone call.
Oh, shit.
Different child. Yeah, Tilly's all right, but she's been scratched on the face.
I thought you were going to say bitten again. I was going to say,
No.
was this like 28 days later?
She's been
28 nurseries later?
Yeah, she's been scratched on the arm and the eye, underneath her eye, but she's all right, and we've sort of given the other child a telling off. So I said to Danielle, I said, it's not even we're not one term into this, like into reception. I said, and we've got 3 strikes and 2 of them used.
You do live in a rough area though. You factor that in.
And Danielle's like explicitly said to me, you do not speak to school. I'm not allowed. So we've got parents' evening tonight, and she said to me, you're not allowed to ask any questions. If you've got any questions, ask me the questions, then I'll ask the questions to the teacher. I'm like, do you think I think I can manage to ask questions? She's like, don't ask questions. Danielle's a teacher, so she's like, don't ask any fucking questions. But I said to her, so we went for tea at my mum and dad's last night, and I said to Tilly, I'm like, you doing all right? Yeah. And again, she were wrestling. So she's wrestling with Emily on the floor. Emily laid on her back.
You see the problem
Literally
here?
practicing.
Honestly. And as Tilly went to get up, Emily like basically lifted her leg up and booted Tilly straight in the nose. So she's already got a scratch on her face and on her arm. She gets booted in the nose and obviously just like eyes water, starts crying. And I said to Tilly, I said, so after she stopped crying, I said, Tilly, do you think that were a good form of self-defense? I said, just think about it. Like, you got kicked in the nose by Emily. She didn't mean to do it, but do you think it were a good form of self-defense? And she was like, yeah. I said, so if anything happens to you again, we need to make sure you can like defend yourself. That's why we're going to jiu-jitsu. And Danielle's like, shut the fuck up. I said 2 strikes. I said 3rd strike, she's got fucking green light to start like smashing these kids. So I said, come here, Tilly. So like after she stopped crying, I went, right, we're going to learn 1-2 front kick. So we're going to, I said, this is your fight. Danielle's like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, one more incident. I said, we've got a lot of school left. I said, one more incident. Like, that's the 3rd strike. So I'm like, hands up, fighting start. They say make a fist, 1-2 front kick, right? So we're doing 1-2 front kick, 1-2 front kick. I said, if any of these kids bite you or nip you again, either jab them or front kick them into the face. I said, because you know it hurts now. So Danielle's like, you fucking dickhead. I'm like, nah, 3 strikes. She's got one more. It could happen today. She might just front kick this kid straight in the fucking beak, you know? So... Yeah. I don't know if that's good. Is that good parenting advice?
I don't know if you would use the term good, but effective, probably, yeah. And it's a bit elaborate. I think the problem's going to be that, like, if Tilly now 1-2 front kicks somebody, you don't really just pick that up, do you? She's going to know that's you, the teacher, and everyone else at the school.
We've been drilling arm bars. Like, she's got a bit of an arsenal going at the minute. Rear naked choke, arm bar, 1-2 front kick.
I think my thing would just be like sort of like fire with fire. Like if somebody bit my child, I'd say just bite them back, but like really hard. That's somewhere sensitive.
I mean,
that sounds a bit weird. I mean, like, like an ear or something like somewhere you don't want to be bitten.
I don't like
arm. Like who? I don't mind if somebody bites my arm, it's not going to hurt me. If somebody bites my nose, it's be a bit different.
It's fucking wet though, isn't it? It's soggy that like biting and scratching.
Well, when we start talking about like who would win in a fight, there would be no rules. Let me tell you, if we were in a fight to death, I'd be biting your nose clean off.
What you say, John?
Make some kind of meal out as well.
I mean, this kid could end up being her best friend later in school.
Yeah, I mean the kids, man. Like I remember when I was a kid, like you'd always get sort of like they don't know how to use words to express frustration, do they? I'm not saying it's right. Yeah. I just think that kid is not necessarily like the next Peter Sutcliffe or something. I think it's just he needs to be just disciplined. The thing you don't know really is how effectively the school is disciplining the child that was in the wrong, I suppose.
Well, when I was in reception, like there were a guy in my year who was like the tallest kid in class. I thought, right, I've got to fucking have you. Show dominance.
Like prison rules. Look at him showing dominance. So, whoever's editing this, can we overlay a picture of George?
So, like, we had like a water bottle station or something like that where you'd have to put your hand up and ask, can I have a drink? Like, a bit like how Mr. Beast films his videos. But like, so you'd have to ask. And he'd ask to go get his water bottle and we'd like arrange, like, I'm going to get my water bottle too and I'll fucking do you. So we like go up to the bottle station, fucking have a scrap or whatever. We used to scrap all the time. He's like one of my best mates now.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, like you can. I think you can. I feel like you can still have little scraps and it'll be all right. Because it'll just like make them think twice about doing it next time, won't it?
Yeah,
you're gonna have to.
And honestly, I've seen what I don't think she's gonna like pull off a front kick. Like I don't like don't think she's quite figured the dexterity out for that. But maybe a little 1-2.
Courtney were trying to teach me how to do like a fucking side kick or something like that.
Like a high kick, like a question mark kick.
Yeah, kind of like that, where you like sort of flick it at the end.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, it's not easy, is that? I'm not flexible enough for that shit.
Yeah, I mean, you've no shit, right? You've not done it all your life. You can't pull off a question. I don't think most people in MMA.
It wasn't a question mark kick, but it was kind of like.
There is some. I've got some question marks like rolling around my fucking head now. You learn self-defense from your girlfriend. Yeah. Not in a sexist way. Before anyone says,
well, she used to do kickboxing.
That's what you do. That's what you do in your spare time.
Just go around the world doing kickboxing for context.
That's class. That.
Yeah.
I actually went to an MMA event this weekend. You know, BMF MMA that we went to.
Fucking what?
Do you remember?
Hang on, I just need to have a word with my lawyer real quick. BMF. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
it was an exceptional show. To be fair, there was some class fights.
Was it sweaty?
No, it's improved.
Stink like last time.
We went to BMF 4.
That smells so
that was awful.
I can still remember it. Ingrained in my fucking brain.
So like Conor Halliday, who runs BMF, like a UK fight promotion, he gave us front row tickets to BMF 4. But one of the fighters was, I mean, as part of his tactic, I can only assume he didn't shower for the whole training camp, so 12 weeks, because he was pungent, wasn't he?
Yeah, I did not think that possible. We were front row, but
we were literally cage side.
That's still a good 20 feet away from the actual fighters.
Yeah,
and you got a cage in front of you, and it's a massive open. It's not like some closed, weird sort of like underground fight, like in a cock den or something. It's like an open arena, and I could smell that. I could smell them so badly. I did not think that possible. Effective. If I were fighting him, I think I'd just walked off.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be
Imagine being like right in his fucking armpit, like in a headlock or something.
Nah.
I'd have been puking everywhere. And if you're incontinent, you lose, don't you?
Yeah.
I heard that about MMA. Like if you poo yourself, piss yourself, puke, presumably, then you're out, man. You're done. It would take a lot to make you throw up.
Luckily, there was no smelly fighters this week, but it was a very good show. I think they're doing good bits for UK MMA. I just think it's such a brutal market to try and conquer that, because like British fans just struggle to buy into any fighters. I think
you just don't want to watch the. It's like you say. It's all. That's why Conor McGregor was so famous, wasn't he? He had like all the sort of. I don't know if charisma is the right word, but certainly the. He was a good orator, wasn't he? He was a good. He would chat and have these like sort of memeable moments in press conferences, and that's sort of the value. I think a lot of you don't really teach that, do you?
I think that's the difference. What like Conor? So Conor is a videographer like by trade. So like he's doing better than most of the promotions in the UK because he's actually putting. So like it's the job of the promotion to promote the fighters. So like fighters are fighters, and it's good if they've got a bit of chat, but you need to give them a platform to chat on. So like, I think the only way that breaks out of like a local scene with basically the fighters selling tickets to their mates and the mates' is to get it to the wider audience. It needs to be like promoted, and which is what they are doing. But yeah, no, it was class, mate. I saw some brutal knockouts. Yeah. Some guy got kneed in the head, almost a walk-off KO. It should have been a walk-off KO, but the ref didn't.
It didn't walk off?
No, the ref didn't want it to be a walk. He didn't want. So then Adam Bramwell had to follow up with a few more digs. So this kid got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be doing that for a bag of skips and fucking free parking or something. That's not how I'd want to earn my living, but who might say?
But yeah, it was a good night, mate, and Saturday night watching some fights in Barnsley. Can I take you to another one sometime?
Maybe.
I spoke to Danny Mitchell.
Oh yeah.
And Danny Mitchell's in Rome at the same time.
Oh, you told me, yeah.
That we're in Rome.
I know, yeah.
But you don't want to go watch. I mean, BK.
I said, don't let me stop you, man.
Bare knuckle is like.
I think I can. Much as I do like Danny, the reason I don't want to see him bare knuckle fighting is because I like Danny.
No, he's not fighting.
Oh,
he's
not?
Just going to the show.
Oh, right, okay. But well, yeah. Also, I mean, I feel like if I'm in, we're working, right, and the last thing I'm gonna do is if I'm in Rome, like if I had time off, I would not spend it watching people get their fucking heads caved in. I'd go do something like fun.
Drinking,
a little bit more cultural, a little bit more sort of scholarly, academic.
It is quite cultural though, like the Colosseum.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, there's a
quite
certain sense of propriety in it being in Rome. Have you ever seen the Colosseum in Rome? It's fucking shit. Also, they're still building bits of it. It's like fucking that building in Augsburg, oldest building in Europe, but it was bombed, so they rebuilt it 40 years ago. So it's not the oldest building. Anyways, you have any other talking points today?
You saw something pretty crazy the other day. You were in a queue. And the guy in front of you.
I mean, I don't know if we can talk about that. No, we can't talk about that.
Inappropriate.
We can't talk about that.
I thought you'd seen it on the internet. I didn't really see that in real life.
I mean, fucking hell. Like somebody had it.
Perhaps the most offensive symbol you could think of top of your head.
Yeah, tattooed on the back of the leg, and I actually gasped. I was like, I can't believe I've seen somebody in the wild with this tattoo. Yeah. I thought it was just something. What's the guy in American History X? What's the main character called?
Oh, the one that Ed Norton plays.
Ed Norton.
I forget the name of the character.
I'm like, that's the only time I've ever seen somebody with a block tattoo of that symbol on the chest.
I saw the picture, man.
Oh my god!
There used to be a guy. I used to train at a gym. I won't say where it was, but one of the gyms there's a guy that used to train. He had one on his fucking face. I'm just thinking. What?
I told Danielle about it. She's like, "Did he say something?" I went,
What can you say?
What the fuck am I going to say?
It's his body, isn't it? But just avoid the person.
Yeah, like
I would say generally.
So do getting a scrap at a BP garage, fucking Wakefield, because I can't. What can I do? It's a mental that he didn't have fucking trousers.
Should have bitten him.
1-2 armbar.
Yeah, that one mental, that mate. Like fucking heel hook, snap his leg off.
Yeah. Should we do Beer Challenge Rewind?
Why not? Man, oh man.
Okay, so the first one I picked out is the £12 enormous pho challenge,
oh,
Texas.
Man. It's hard to remember that because if you do a pho challenge, they're essentially all the same. So like, the only way I'll be able to clock it is it being like something about the story of the video, which is different. Oh, actually, I do remember this one. Yeah. No, I think I remember it just because I think the staff interaction so it was quite
yeah.
cool, and it was fucking big. A lot of the weight was broth, which is always the case with pho. So it sounds a little more than You know, doing 12 pounds where sort of like 8 pounds of it is broth is not as hard as like 12 pounds of food. But
I might have asked this before. How dangerous is it for you to be having like a broth when it's essentially just salt water, isn't it?
yeah, but it's like the actual salt. I mean, like you could sort of like look at the fucking size of that. Yeah, that was a big one. You would have to drink a lot of. If it was sort of like a gallon of soy sauce, then yeah, you're gonna probably die. Yeah, yeah. But they're salty, but they're not so salty that it would be. I mean, if you drank it every day, you'd probably be in trouble. But like for one time, the only thing that happens is your calves swell up, you get an indentation of your socks in your feet. Shit. Especially if you're naturally sort of lean and you have a naturally sort of low sodium diet. You'll really notice it if you consume vast amounts. Like if I have like even just a sort of a moderately high amount, like if I go eat some Japanese food after this, I would notice it compared to a normal day. So yeah, there is the after effect of that happening. But I don't really remember much of. I remember that weird plum sauce. I think it was some type of plum sauce. It made it sort of sweet. It helped me finish off the last bit. But I remember it being big. It was I mean, £12 is a lot.
That's mental. I don't even understand how that goes inside. You know, when you're holding it out in front of you.
It's easy as well though. People don't really talk about it, but like when the liquid will move through you a lot quicker as well, so it starts to enter your sort of small intestine. You know, so if that's just the way the liquid works, it doesn't need to be. No peristalsis is required for that to move through you.
What?
You know? You like the contractions of your stomach muscle. That doesn't happen. Obviously, food has to be broken up, so it stays in your stomach for hours essentially. Yeah. Especially if you're eating a lot of it. Whereas anything that's liquid would start to move through, it sort of leak through into you. That's why, like, when you do something like that, that's the highest risk of you shitting your pants, really, because you're drinking loads of warm water, aren't you? Which relaxes everything. It moves through you very quickly.
So you might shit.
That's the one thing. If I do a foot challenge, I'm like the highest chance of me shit my pants is doing one of these. Especially if I filmed the day before. I don't think I filmed the day before that, but then I'd be like, right, this is coming at me at some point. Whoa. Hopefully it's not while the camera's still rolling, you know. But that was hard though, because I mean you've got to sort of give that. I quite like doing them because they don't really perform that well. People obviously just eating a lot.
It does look half shite, doesn't it? Yeah.
But I kind of like doing them because they are they're different for one, but they sound. I don't want to say they sound more impressive than they are, but if you're doing 12 pounds, oh wow, that's a lot, and it is. But if 8 pounds of that is a liquid, then it's far easier than it sort of sounds. But again, nobody's going to have the capacity to do that. You know, like the normal population. So you probably got to give it an 8, even if to some degree it is sort of easier than maybe it seems on the surface. So yeah, like Josh would have no chance of doing that, but he wouldn't get through halfway through it probably.
Next one is J&R's 76-ounce steak challenge, Long Island.
Fucking hell, I'm looking skinny there, man.
I've noticed with this on YouTube, this must be a new thing. I've started the video, gone to like skip ahead 10 seconds or whatever, and it has a thing in the bottom right say jump ahead. When you press that, it just goes straight to the food being brought out. So it must.
Of course it does.
Have a thing where it goes straight.
Yeah. So they're just destroying your retention.
Just what you want from YouTube, yeah.
Get rid of the story.
Should we just be like TikTok? No. I remember that place. It's cool because it's steak challenge. They always people love it for whatever reason. People always love watching it. Steak challenge, probably because of the whole like old 96er and the big Texan Amarillo, which I've not yet done. But it's sort of like one of those legendary.
Are you going to do the Amarillo one?
Yeah, I want to do it. But it's just like it's in the middle of nowhere, man.
Yeah,
so I've got to sort of figure out how to make it work. I don't go like 9 hours out of my way to do one, but I will do it. I can't die. Can I haven't done this as a career and not done that one? People ask me all the time. They'd be like, "Have you done that?" I'm like, "No, I've not done that." But there actually is a bigger steak in Texas which I have done. But that one's is that Long Island, I think.
Yeah.
But it was a good steak, man. It's a cool little restaurant. It's a bit quiet when I got there. But just a big steak with a couple. I think a baked potato, maybe.
One baked potato.
Yeah, I like that though. That's you. You eat that and you sort of think like this is your sort of golden age of bodybuilding sort of diet. You do a baked potato and some red meat. But I remember it being a good one, yeah. And that's cool. I mean, like I'm a little pale and the colour grade could use a bit work, but I think it looks quite nice. I feel like I'm punched in there at like 18 mil or something. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like wide. I look less weird. When you shoot wide, the subject obviously looks a bit strange. Yeah. I look quite normally. But anyway, by the by, that's not really that relevant. It was a good one. I don't know how. I don't think it was that difficult. I can't remember what you got for free, sort of thing. I know the meal was free. I don't know if you got a T-shirt.
You get a T-shirt, yeah.
Yeah, it was a while back, that one.
You get an hour to finish it, and you finished it 42 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, steaks always like tend to take me a while, but I think that's the point. You don't want to rush to it. Like, I don't want to be doing that with steak. You want to be like enjoying it to some extent. But yeah, I think that's sort of like, what was it, 70? Does it say the ounceage?
76.
So you'd have a chance at something like that.
I don't believe I would.
You'd be like, I don't think you would do it, but you'd sort of be like, I think you could get through a 50-ounce steak sort of thing. So you 2/3 of the way there.
How many ounces is grams? I'm sorry, how many ounces is 70? How many grams in 76 ounces?
That's about 2.2 kilos. I could be wrong there. Ounces is the one that I've
Google that, George, mate. 76 ounces in grams.
It's largely dependent on the quality of what you're eating as well. But that's doable. I'd give that 6 out of 10 for difficulty. But obviously, it's hard. That's this every week. It's hard for me to say that because for who,
Yeah.
2,155 grams.
That's 45 grams out.
5 kilos.
That's it. I mean, like I've done like a 500-gram steak at Gaucho's before, and you've gone.
Yeah, around maybe I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know. It depends. Like if you get,
I suppose if you
an idea in your head,
get
if I said to you
psyched up
eat
for
2
it.
of those,
Yeah,
you'd do it, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
You're not too far. Well,
Yeah.
halfway there.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just shut the fuck up. 6 out of 10.
Right, we'll move on to. I've found an article here saying about Guinness World Records that are still yet to be conquered. Some unclaimed records, and I figured read them out, see if you think it had a shot.
No, they're all like. I could never do those Guinness ones. Man. I remember them asking me ages ago because people don't really. I don't want to scupper your section here, George, but people like think of Guinness World Records like it's this official sort of government-appointed record arbitration agency. It's just a business, and they make these things to sell you a fucking annual every year. You know what I mean? So I'm not
burst his bubble there, lad.
No, I'm not to say that some of them that they aren't impressive. Some of them are impressive, But I remember one time that they had asked me if I wanted to sort of set the record for the most jammy Dodgers eaten, I think it was. But one didn't exist.
Yeah.
So I just got a Guinness World Record
For eating one.
just by turning up. But normally they'll sort of, I think that's because they wanted something or they wanted this specific thing in their book. But normally it's sort of like if you when you see record attempts, on a TV show or whatever, that you pay somebody from Guinness to come and do it. And so that's how Guinness make that and the books that they make. That's how they make money. So a lot of them, like those, like the record, I always mention like the record for like most hot dogs eaten in 3 minutes is like 9. Like, Joey's done like 30 in 3 minutes. You know what I mean? So like but not that I want to poo-poo it, but I think some of them I wouldn't want to do them because I kind of think like the rules are a little odd and. You got to clear your mouth, but then like your mouth's never going to be really clear if you're eating something between each item. Anyway,
loose is the,
sorry, George, what are you saying? Sorry,
some random ones in here. So, the most whoopee cushions sat on in 1 minute.
Oh, I thought it was all going to be eating related. Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't know. The most what's the record?
It doesn't say there's a record. There must be no record of it.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, that's what I always used to think about. When you watch this TV show?
Yeah, I used to love that. I used to love
Wanna
that.
be a record breaker? Ooh, yeah. That one. I would watch that with my dad and be like, he's a fucking stupid man. Because it'd be like, how many, I don't know, walnut whips can you balance on 2 fingers while standing on 1 leg and listening to Kylie Minogue do the locomotion? It's like, how specific can you get with them? You know what I mean?
I thought you were going to go down the route of like Jafer in between us there.
No. All right, that's an odd one. Why would you want to set that record? I think they've got to be impressive, haven't they?
So the next one is the furthest distance bottle flip.
That seems like it would, but it should be more likely.
Yeah, but you've got to chuck it as far as you can and successfully flip it and land it.
I suppose once you've done that, though, what's it? Some of these, I think, like, what's
If I were in
point?
high school, that'd have been like, that's like the best thing you could have done, isn't it?
The ones that are cool to me are like the like mad, like sort of how long can you hold your breath underwater? And it's what is like, it'd be like 18 minutes or something crazy. Like that, I sort of get.
Did David Blaine like hold his breath for like fucking 2 hours or something?
I don't know. He's a magician. I feel like probably some misdirection there. I'm not sure it was an official world record attempt. But they've also got ones in there that weren't really sort of observed by Guinness judges.
Yeah.
Like they used to have furthest distance. I always remember this one. Furthest distance fall from an airplane survived, and it's like 32,000 feet. It's that I forget her name. It was like like a cabin crew lady, and she had happened to fall in something like probably broke every bone in her body, but fell from the peak of altitude. And I think she landed in like you'd be able to Google it, George. She landed in like a swamp sort of thing, which is like the most favourable place in which to land, and survived. And I think then she was in a second plane accident years later, and she
Well, I thought somebody fell from a fucking plane at 32,000 feet.
Yeah, well, if Judgment
hit terminal velocity and fucking landed in a swamp and survived.
Yeah, I'll if you give me a moment or two,
I'll give you as long as you want, mate.
I'll give you the next one while you search that. The most high fives in 30 seconds.
Surely we could. I mean, what's the current record?
I mean,
There isn't a current
Oh,
record.
can we sort of like film it and send it into them, or do they have to? I imagine
If you want to pay them,
we'd have to pay him to come in.
Can we do it? Can we do
you
like as next special for Breaking Beard podcast? Be trying to do a world record. I'd love a Guinness World Record.
Will you?
Yeah, it'd be class that.
A stupid one though, or an actual good one.
I mean, that's
The most high fives in 30 seconds is daft, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, the furthest distance survived from a plane crash without a parachute is 33,333 feet, which is
That's oddly specific.
odd.
Isn't
It is, yeah.
33333.
achieved by flight attendant Vesna Volovich in 1972. Her survival is recognized by Guinness World Record as the plane she was on broke apart mid-air, and she was found alive inside a piece of the tail section. So she was actually in part of the fuselage, I guess. She was 22 then. She sustained severe injuries. No shit. Including a fractured skull, crushed vertebrae, broken legs, but she recovered and was able to return to work at the airline in a desk role. I thought I had read something like she was in a second.
Yeah, you're not going to be up there fucking serving like ham and cheese toasties, are you? You're going to fuck that clean off again? Wowzer.
I'll read
it all now.
I'll read about that later. Sadly she's dead now, but maybe that's just like sort of an age thing. Anyway, yeah, that's heavy. That I mean, I feel like you would get some mileage out of that dinner parties. Tell me something about you. Actually, survived a 33,333 foot fall from a plane, which broke apart in midair. So you can't really go anywhere. What was it like? The fall was quite long.
Tell Blue that story, and we're on the Ryanair flight to France next week.
What was it with you and Ryanair, man? You're sponsored by them or something? Taking like backhanders.
I just want to take you on the most like povo flights possible. Or you lose your head?
The last one was the fastest time to ascend the height of Everest by bicycle.
Can't imagine anyone's going to set that one.
I don't think anyone's going to set that.
Yeah, but nobody.
By bike.
I thought somebody had done it. I said no one's fucking going to do it, are they?
You've got to go over that,
what do they call it?
a ladder, haven't
It's
you?
like the fucking death ridge or whatever.
Yeah, and you've got to use a ladder. What you can do that? We can do that on a bike.
Somebody's
I suppose if you stayed on the bike and they like pulled you up with a rope or something like that. I don't know.
Somebody snowboarded down Everest.
That sounds like it would be
bottom.
more fun than going up it.
From top to bottom.
Yeah. Maybe not quite to the bottom, but they've gone down it. I'm sure, like a Red Bull. Did you see the Red Bull guy that jumped off a fucking skyscraper? Did they built like a half pipe on the side of a skyscraper?
Yeah,
I
think I've seen that recently. Yeah, he's only just done that, hasn't he?
Yeah, they do some wild stuff, don't they? Yeah, I would like to do a Guinness World Record.
I wouldn't fancy doing that.
Got to like 80 mile an hour or something going down this ramp. Crazy stuff. Did you ever see? Who was it that did the between the two twin towers? He did like.
You mean the Burj Khalifa?
No, it was the World Trade Center.
the walk thing.
Yeah.
Like
a tightrope from one tower to
really,
the other. Yeah.
Imagine your ass would be fucking twitching.
I couldn't be. I mean, anything could happen. You could just like faint, or you could have like a bit of an episode while you're up there. Like anything. Not for me, man. Not for me. If I'm gonna die in a way which is sort of like unnatural, I want it to be doing something heroic, like I don't know, like pushing George out of the way of a bus. Like no.
Did you finish watching the Ed Gein?
Ed Gein.
Ed Gein.
Say it with me now.
Gein.
Yeah, there you go.
Ed Gein. Did you watch it?
No, I watched I think I saw 2 or 3 episodes. So I wasn't really paying too much attention, but I hated it, so I didn't watch it. Go on. Sorry.
I was going to say we spoke about the accent. I think last week of him like portraying the character. But have you actually tried to do the accent?
No, I think it wasn't supposed to be a criticism. There was some like inconsistencies in which you think the director might sort of eke out. It's very difficult. We talked about this last week. Said, imagine acting. I don't think Charlie Hunnam. I think he's quite a good actor, you know. But imagine doing a voice, which is not your voice, and then trying to act something dramatic at the same time must be very difficult. But it was a little sort of jarring to me. But that wasn't the only thing. I just thought the whole thing was not. It tries to be too clever with the soul. That the makeup on Hitchcock is good. The guy that plays Alfred Hitchcock. I really didn't like it, but that's one of the reasons I don't like TV now. I think it sort of tries to be a bit too.
Just entertain me. Can you just try do the accent?
No, because it's about 8 different accents.
Yeah, but the accent is supposed to be like, the one that's like most commonly used throughout. Can you just try do it?
Well, I don't think to me. No, it's like this sort of, it has this sort of approximation of like Irish. It could be sort of like northern Wisconsin. It's like I can't even do it. Like, give me a line that he says in the film.
Mother, I made you some tea.
Mother, I made you some tea. No, that's like just Irish. I don't know, man. It's something oddly effeminate about it for the character. And I don't want to be critical of that. Actually, that took me out of it a little bit. A bit like when you watched The Departed. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
But they make Ray Winston like an American, and you're like, stop.
See, I think the accent's actually quite easy to do. Mother, I made you some tea.
Yeah, it's good.
I keep doing it to Danielle, and she's kicking off now. Don't be rude to our guests. Yeah, I'm like, she gets out of the shower. Oh, nice nipples. They would make a great lamp. She's like, shut the fuck up. She's proper kicking off at me at home. So I'm like doing a narration of her life walking around the house now, and she's fuming. And then I realised how easy the accent is, so the fucking gig must have been a doddle.
If you can do it, you're not really one for accents, are you?
I know, I thought, I'm like, this is
you
so
have to
easy.
keep doing that now. I want you to do a whole episode. On Halloween, do a whole
episode. You do Ed Gein, you do Arnie.
Yeah,
I'll do
it's almost Halloween. We can do it.
Imagine how sore your throat would be.
I'll tape my eyes shut like that guy.
And I'll do salad fingers.
It kind of is salad
It sounds like salad fingers, Ed Gein, really. Maybe that was his inspiration behind the voice.
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't actually sound anything like the real life.
I don't even know why I tried to do it. I tried to do it once. I'm like, fucking hell, that would
George, if you're going to clip anything from this, do the like your nipples would look nice on a lamp.
No context.
In no context, yeah. Daniel's mum watching it.
She's sure of honestly. She's like, you fucking weirdo, stop saying it. Oh, sorry, mother.
Right, should we finish on first bit?
Oh, why not? Give me a good laugh, that.
All right, first one. I get more revenue on my OnlyFans when I wear suggestive clothes than when I'm nude. Not sure if that's a good or bad thing.
Probably a good thing if you think about it.
I'd say all of it's a bad thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it leans more into the chase is better than the catch, you know? So if you kind of give away all the goods on day one, you
could tell that you spent time on a boat, can't you?
Where do you,
fishing analogies.
No, but where do you go from there, you know?
I think that probably the good thing about that as well, you got it's sort of like evergreen. There's always like if people like one negligee, you just get down Primark, get yourself another £8 negligee, and you're good to go every week. You don't need to think about anything.
Yeah, unless you go Ed Gein, you get a new outfit every week.
New nipple every week.
New nipple. And this week I've got my neighbour's boobies. Fucking weird show that, you know. Wearing false outfits.
You don't say
skins,
a man that
honestly,
skinned people and made posters out of them as a weird
nuts.
show.
Did you see the scene about the guy, some other murderer, where he's on about jizzing in a high heel shoe, and he filmed.
Got there. That has to be the jizz is in every episode.
I haven't said it for weeks, mate.
He jizzed in a high heel shoe.
Yeah, it was like describing.
They're open. How do you do it in a high?
Because
like a high heel
he said
shoe,
that he'd jizz in it until it would fall to the top of jizz.
Well, thanks for ruining my day.
You're welcome.
Why?
I don't know. That was part.
And
of
how is a high heel shoe like they're open?
Yeah, until it.
Oh, I know what you mean. It's sort of
like the cup of it.
Who did that? Ed Gein?
No, some other guy that were like a fan. He had a bunch of like super fans that went and killed people, like Ed Bundy and all these people.
Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy. They weren't all called Ed.
Yeah, that inspired them all from what this show said.
Anyway, next one. My wife is not speaking to me because her and her mother walked in on me trying to vacuum a fart directly from source.
It would look weird. I'm speechless.
It'd look more like you're shoving a thing up your ass, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, no
I'll
coming
try
back
to
from
shove
that,
the vacuum cleaner up your ass.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's what it's going to look like. Yeah, no coming back from that, really.
I was sleeping with my mum's end-of-life carer. We had snuck off when We had snuck off when my mum died alone. In some ways, I'm riddled with guilt. In others, it was my mum that joked about us fancying each other. We are still together, so I feel like it was her plan all along. My last gift from her.
I suppose that's nice. If his mum is were to be somewhere, in some type of afterlife, I'm sure she would be happy about that. No, if that were my dad, for example, I think he'd be loving it. So I mean, I don't want to be. The fact she died alone's a bit mean though.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of you getting your end away. But I think she's gonna die anyway, right? She probably would be happy about it, so I wouldn't be too guilty about it.
I think we've smashed it this week.
You reckon?
For this week's.
What credibility? What was left of it? It was always all right until you mentioned the jizz and fucking high heel, and that return to form there. There could have been a decent sort of like.
I know, maybe
middle
cut
of the road
out, George.
podcast.
Anyway, we're back next week with another pointless episode. If you want to hear some more nonsense, we'll be on Patreon. Smell you next time.
Will we even be back next week? We're not even fucking here, man.
We maybe or maybe not. If we are not here, we will be doing BTS on Patreon because that's what we do when we're abroad.
Do it by from a hotel room again.
Yeah.
Do it on our phones. Do like a little short episode.
Right.
Mind that. Do a podcast with Bluets while you're away.
We'll do it in the fucking car. We're driving from
It's too much to do.
like Marseille to Rome. It's going to be.
Stop moaning about it, man.
I'm not. Hey,
To be fair, you're the one that's driving, so you're the only one that's allowed to moan. Moan.
Mum.
I can share it with you if you want.
Mom.
We're not letting Lewis drive.
Bye, mother. We're going to go and drive through France. Or
Bye.